All right, welcome back. I'm actually going to go through and examine the drone situation since the drones opened up this morning with a 6.3 update. You can see in my drone hangar, which is just clicked right here, you will get a certain number of tasks, which I'll show in the next video, and you can choose from a number of drones. The drones that you get are really dependent on a number of items. But if you pay for gold, which I did for one of them just to see, and I'm trying to save you guys some money, so definitely hold off on buying this blueprint discus for 2,400. The higher the drone's value, the more battery power you'll get, and that's this little thing here, 16 to 22 in the bottom right hand corner. So obviously the cheaper the drone, the less the battery power. Why does that matter? So if you go to the drone here, and I got a couple of varieties, you can equip the drones with certain number of active modules. Consider these basically like PCs, right? These power cells that we have for our active module section in each robot. This is essentially what a drone is, and you get a different number of characteristics for those active module slots within the drone. So right here, this is a B-type microchip. It increases your drone's attack power and damage. Here is a D-type, which allows your drone to repair you and your allies' robots. The B-type increases your drone's robot attack power and damage. And then A-type provides drones or robots weapons with special effects such as lockdown or freeze. I actually like this one the most, and I've got a defense mitigator on this little guy called Fly. The one that's actually the nastiest so far that I've seen is on my cheapo one right here. It's called the Freezer. It provides a freeze effect on essentially all of my robots that I can that permanently fires on everything. So I will use this on any of my non-freeze robots. You can see here the characteristics is in a 0.7 effect accumulation per shot. It will cost you money, of course, for power cells per battle, but that's not bad if you want that extra edge. And I put that on my freebie starter drone. On the discus, I have a 20 battery chip limitation. You can see here to a battery capacity is 20, and so far I've installed a thermic, a recurrent and trouble repair, a suppressor, an impaired defender, and I have an open C-type defense because I don't have enough battery power to actually equip something useful. Oh, actually, you know what? I do. I have this. So you just kind of hit install, and there you go. But here you can see I have no microchips to install, and I'm at 18 out of 20. So any microchip that I'd want, I'd have to go to the store and find a chip that would essentially do that. And you can see I have sold out of everything. This is just a bit of a preview. I'll show you how to combine in the next few seconds too. You get one opportunity to combine a bunch of chips to 15 packs, so you autofill and you get this suppressor new microchip that can be added to any of your drones. You're going to have to collect quite a bit in order to fill any of these, and that was a T1, so there's T2s, T3s, etc., etc. It is a massive gold grab. So you can see here these are the different levels, and I put him actually on the basic drone. I personally think once you do this whole exercise, collect your gold reward, which is right there. You get 100 gold. Do the task to get the 100, and then reset your drones and how you laid everything out. So this is what drones are like in really the real world. If you really want to use them, you can. With the combined chips and building them up over time, it will take a while to do that. So just keep that in mind, and will take a sufficient amount of gold. So that's just something to be aware of. All right, let's see these in action. I put the freezer on the starter pack. So actually a kind of nasty build I decided to do with the basic one with that freezer skill is put it on my Raven, which has 2 Quarkers and 2 Atomizers. So I figured 500 or so you can start suppressing, you can see, or freezing, you can see the freezing action start right there. So it's actually kind of a cool drone active module, if you want to call it. I know this is kind of difficult to kind of envisage, but you can see here with the freezer effect, you're building the accumulation. It's a little slower than obviously a freeze gun, but that's pretty cool that you can kind of slow people down and freeze them. I'm again testing things out, not playing really intelligently. I have the choice now to choose a drone or not. I chose not to, so I can try to get that beacon with my Thuddin leech. This is actually a really awesome build now that the Therons were slightly buffed, or their shot particles were increased by damage by 5%. So get into position, and I'm gonna eventually just kill this bot, because I'm again showing you guys a quick video of how to play these drones fresh out and take out this guy right here. So this is just, you know, easy fodder. Now, if I had a drone, I probably would have benefited from it, because some of those permanent drone skills, which I would highly recommend, are great, because, you know, it costs 4 or 5 power cells to drop, but it stays on the whole time. So I took out that behemoth that just kept on annoying me, and now I can drop in my hawk. So with the hawk, I'm gonna do a more, or no, sorry, I dropped in the Aojun. So with the Aojun, I took the lighter version of the drone. I didn't use the Discus 2400 gold one. I used the 5 million silver one, which is actually sufficient. I would recommend, if you're gonna do drones, maybe get a couple of those, because you can sprinkle in a couple of different skills, and you can use them on different bots. Interestingly enough, after I killed that bot, I ended up getting increased defense. So I think it might be my drone skill kicking in. This is the first time I'm truly seeing it on the Aojun. So I missed hitting that. There we go. Now I'm flying. So I've got the active ability. Again, was not playing too intelligently, and the screen is overly sensitive in the update, so I'm kind of struggling here. I should have actually captured that beacon, so I lost that beacon. That's my fault. But I dropped in the Discus with my hawk. I don't even know if the hawk benefited from the Discus. You can see on the far left, there's really not many skills that are present right now, but the Discus is kicked in, and I'm gonna fly my hawk around and see if I can start taking other bots out. The hawk again is, you know, now MK 2.3 or 2.4, so the beam is pretty darn strong. I'm a big believer in this Dragoon Marquee build. But you're seeing here, there's no skills kicking in. It shows stealth or something, and now once I start getting attacked, you see all those drone skills kick in like immediately. That's where it's going to save your tail, because you know, it activates when you have a massive amount of health that drops, and it saves your bot. Would that mean that my hawk would have died immediately? I don't know, right? You don't know. But my hawk is still alive. And kicking, and maybe the drone helped out. Was it worth I don't know how many power cells it took to activate. I'm unsure. You can see I still have 237,000 at the far left, so maybe I have enough to play through this drone paradigm shift, or maybe I don't. It'll really depend on the skill you get with your drone too, right? If it's activating a lot, infrequently you'll drain your reserves. So that was the only time I really saw the drone activation be beneficial for my hawk. It kind of kept him alive, and you saw the Raven freezing atomizer Quarker build is pretty damn cool. I like that drone skull. Again, randomly rolled it, right? I had 6,500 gold at the beginning of this morning, and now I have 2,500, so I spent 4,000 in gold altogether, 2,500 on the Discus, and then about 1,500 in different skills. So I think I'm going to stop for sure. I think they're going to start giving a lot of these microchips away in operations passes and other things, so I would just wait and be patient. Again, I did this really for the video and for you guys to just kind of get a sense of how to play these. Clearly my Discus is my save my butt drone, and the entry drone that I got, I forgot the guy's name, he's more of my freezing, if I want to be mean and just kind of freeze everybody down type drone. And the other drone that I use in Aojun looks like he's going to help increase defense mitigation. So you're going to have to figure out which drone fits to your play style. You don't have to use him before you start any new bot. You just have to, you know, quickly hit dismiss the bottom right hand corner. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I will be doing Drones for Dummies series for the next month because frankly I'm learning with all of you. Subscribe.